Back to your couch again. 20 miles is a lot, especially if there are bad conditions out there. If it's hot, if it's cold, if it's too wet. Pray there's no wet. Wet is bad. Okay? But if you are not ready for that type of activity, if your body is not prepared for that type of activity, you are screwed. You are really, really screwed. If you think you're going to go out there and you're just going to show up and you're going to do 60 miles in 3 days, sleeping in a cruddy little tent in the cold on a hard ground with no sleep that night before, good luck with that. Okay? You really need to start training now. So first I'm going to talk really quickly about nutrition. We didn't hit that class real quick. Okay? You need to eat and drink for a body to perform. Okay? You need to do things like a multivitamin every day, probably for the rest of your life, but especially going into this. You really need to do a multivitamin.